So as you can see, some years ago I did a complete recap of this machine. For those of you not familiar with what that means, I replaced all of the capacitors, which is a massive job. And you can see it's very neat and tidy in here. So all of these capacitors have been replaced. These capacitors have been replaced. These electrolytics have been replaced. Every single capacitor on this board has been replaced because they were all wax and paper capacitors and they probably all had failed. Then somewhere along the line we had an issue that, if my recollection is correct, this transformer was replaced. Now I've described it as the audio transformer because from memory I thought that's what it was, but it might be the modulation transformer. And I've bought one that was supposed to be the same specification, and I'm betting the spec is written on the top of it there. It is too, I just can't see it. It's there, I can see letters. So I might have to move this capacitor out of the way and see what those letters are, because, don't worry, this radio was not plugged in and it hasn't been plugged in for some time. But I think there's letters there, look, so you can see them. So I'll have a look at what is written there, confirm that that's actually what I replaced, and I feel like possibly what's happened is I have wired this this transformer incorrectly because it didn't have the same coloured leads and so on and so on. And I did test it beforehand to confirm that I had things correct, but I might not have had them correct. The other modification or the other work that I did was back here with all of these resistors that are on this socket on the back, into which goes this this plug. And I may have got something wrong there. So what I have to do is find my old files, which are out in the carport somewhere, that are the assembly manual for this radio, and go through it step by step. Yes, step by step, which means this red wire goes from this point to that point, and that wire goes from this point to that point, and that wire goes from this point to that point, all the way through, specifically around the areas that relate to the areas that I've more recently worked on 10 years ago, and see if I can resolve this problem here that I think is related to this transformer, and just double check I've got all this right. Then I can go through and do some tests which are in the assembly manual. As you can see, the radio is in beautiful condition internally, so let's see how we go.